Hi, this is Thaddeus Pope, and it's Monday, March 29th, 2021. This is a brief 5-minute video summarizing what I'm doing so far as the Fulbright Canada Research Chair in Health Law, Policy, and Ethics at the University of Ottawa. So I'm going to break this mostly into just two parts. One is what am I doing with or at the University of Ottawa, and what am I doing with outside entities, both in terms of the treatment relationship and in terms of brain death. So at the University of Ottawa, a few weeks ago I gave a webinar presentation called Death and the Brain, Time to Re-Examine the Legal Definition of Death. And then coming up, I'm participating in a 2-day conference titled Key Policy Issues in Organ Donation and Transplantation. Last week, a week ago Monday, I sat in on Pascal's class, Medical Technology and the Law, which was fun. He has a lot of really top experts coming in to speak with the students. And also earlier this year, I sat in on one of the mind-brain law colloquium sessions with a really good grad student who talked about dementia and the moral weight of advanced directives. In terms of the physician-patient treatment relationship, the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario has several consultations out right now to revise some of their policies, right? They want feedback not just from the regulated, licensed physicians, but also from the public, so I did that. So I sent a multi-page letter on their planning for and providing quality end-of-life care policy, and another letter on their professional obligations and human rights policy, which is basically their conscience-based objection policy. And then I also signed up to sit in on a disciplinary hearing that the CPSO is doing next week. Okay, so in terms of brain death, here there are two organizations. One is this definition and determination of death project from Canadian Blood, Canadian Medical Association, and Canadian Critical Care. There have been several plenary meetings already and several law and ethics committee meetings, one of which is coming up and they'll be coming up ongoing. Then the other organization is the International Donation and Transplantation Legislative and Policy Forum, which also covers brain death, but then also expands into other areas beyond brain death. There was a plenary meeting last month. I think they're still working on scheduling the next one. And then on that, I'm on the Authorship Committee for Chapter 2, which is the legal issues. And I want to thank Jennifer Chandler for sort of connecting me and getting me invited to participate with those two projects. In terms of other end-of-life things, I submitted an abstract last week for the meeting of the Canadian Bioethics Society on the continuing relevance of VSED, even though Canada has expanded eligibility for MAID. And then also I joined and registered for this upcoming 6-part series from KMAP on MAID. In terms of publications, there will be outputs both from the DDD project and from the IDD project that I will contribute to. In terms of MAID, whether or not the CBS abstract's accepted, I think I'm going to write something about the continuing relevance of VSED and other publications to be determined. And then, of course, the Fulbright's not just about work. It's also about getting to know the culture and the country. So I have gotten out, of course, as a law professor, went to see the Supreme Court of Canada, Parliament, another view of Parliament, the National Gallery, Carleton University, Lansdowne. Although I have to say, though, one of the things I really liked was this sculpture outside the Art Center of Oscar Peterson. Not because it's a sculpture not just of him, but of his piano. And then there's speakers that play Oscar Peterson music, apparently just 24 hours a day. And my son, a college student, is a jazz keyboardist. So really like this. All right, I'll stop it there.